Coach, talk about your relationship with your quarterback, Kenny Hernser. He's the favorite to start, I have a feeling, going in. Honorable mention all-conference last year. What does that relationship mean, and how did that help bring him over to the Falcons?
Yeah, in our first team meeting, I addressed the team and told them he's our starting quarterback. Day one that I got there. I mean, it's been 5 years with him, 36 games that he started for me. He knows this offense as well as anybody else, including coaches besides myself. So he's actually going to be a coach after this year for me. Nice. So it's been awesome having him here. Our relationship, and plus him being from West Texas and having family out here, was kind of a no-brainer for him to come back out, spend 1 year back in West Texas, and then start his coaching career.
And, Coach, you signed the top-rated transfer class this year. And I wanted to ask the most impactful transfer on the offensive and defense side of the ball, but none of the East Central guys. I know you brought a lot of them. We'll talk about them in a second. But other than the East Central guys, the top transfers for you.
Oh, man. Obviously, the East Central guys were really, really, really good. Man. I don't want to answer that question.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of kids that these guys don't quite know yet, but they will know.
No, I don't want to have you give away the trade secrets, Coach.
Hey, Carter, man, let me explain. At the D2 level, Coach, the rosters are very private. I can tell you there are very few rosters that are truly fully updated at this moment in time. Absolutely. In the Lone Star Conference. So
no, I'll give you a couple snippets. Jeremiah Cooley was at UT Permian Basin his true freshman year. Transferred out, went junior college, trying to get the big Division I, played at Division I last year, and is coming back home. So him at receiver, he's going to be a really, really big weapon for us. On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, there's so many to choose from that I don't quite know who's going to be the most impactful, because we are starting 14 guys that played at UTPB last year, but those other 8 to 10 guys we're going to start, man, they're talented. So I don't want to put my finger on one person on defense yet.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of talent last year.
Absolutely.
UTPB had a lot of talent last year. I remember watching it and seeing the talent. But I got to ask you, with Kenny, I got to go back to your quarterback for a second. He's going to be a coach. He's got to. We're interviewing him a little bit. He's got to get used to this.
Yeah.
What is there? Is there something I should ask him that might throw him off his game a little bit?
Oh, you ask him anything, it's going to throw him off. I still remember his official visit to East Central. We went to Santa Fe, which is kind of like Texas Roadhouse. He's a very, very shy, quiet guy. Unless he's around the team. When he's around the team, he's awesome. But anytime you put a camera on him or put him on the spot, he's very, very shy, which I loved about him when I first met him. You know, most quarterbacks, you want a charismatic guy who's not afraid to talk to people, but that's what kind of set him apart from everybody else we were recruiting at that time, and that's why I fell in love with them.
It's going to make it fun today.
Absolutely.
We're gonna give him a little baptism by fire today.
Absolutely.
We'll try to get him out of the shell a little bit. Coach, I also wanted to ask you about the nutrition center that was just put in your school, and that was a huge campaign for you to get that in. Why was that so important, and what have you seen since that became open?
Yeah, so, you know, being at East Central, we didn't have facilities like we do at UT Permian Basin. We didn't have the resources that we have here. So that was a big part of me taking the job, obviously. I wanted to compete at a higher level and compete to play here in December, right? But when I got to UT Permian Basin, I did a huge eval of everything, not just football, but all athletics. How can I impact this university on a much grander scale than just football? Yeah. And we have a beautiful facility in the Kirk Edwards building. We play at Grande, but from a standpoint of all student athletes, we didn't have a nutrition center. Each sport kind of did their own thing. So I went to start campaigning in January to raise the money, and we were able to get a 5-year commitment to A, get it built, but B, provide protein all year round for every student athlete.
That's what I love the most.
Yeah.
Is that it's you didn't just do it for the football team.
No.
You did it for everyone there. And you guys do have facilities. You mentioned your performance center. That's two years old, maybe 3.
Going on year 3.
And it's just absolutely remarkable. It is gorgeous.
Yes.
But I do have to ask the hard question that people want to know. Is there going to be an on-campus stadium or a stadium built specifically for UTPB?
I can promise you there's talks.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's a start, right?
I promise there's talks. The biggest thing is the procedure you have to go about with the UT system. Every system's different. UT system's completely different than anything else I've dealt with. So it's a slow process, but it's a process that me, Todd Dooley, our athletic director, and Dr. Woodley, our president, have all met about and are discussing for the future to really grow our facilities at an even higher level than they already are.
Yeah, awesome.
Coach, I found out yesterday your defensive back, Jalen Thompson, has his own sneaker design business. I want to know, has he hooked you up yet?
We've actually talked about it. So I'm trying to find the right pair of shoes for him to do that, to wear on game day. So, we have a lot of different stories on our team. That's the fun thing, right? I've been at a university for the last 5 years. Now I'm getting to learn a whole new group of 100 guys. So it's been fun, but Jalen's is a special story of one of many that I'm starting to hear.
Awesome. Hey, Coach, I am looking forward to watching the Falcons on the field this year, and I look forward to talking to you. And I appreciate all the access you give us. I really do. Without you guys, we don't have a job. So Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.